Today we are going to start our control statements. So in control statements we will cover if else, if elif else, and yeah, so this we will cover. So first we will talk about if conditions. So in if condition basically what we the syntax for this is if, then our expression, then colon, indentation, and then the statement we want to execute. So this is basically the syntax of if condition. So let me take an example, like if, then we can say if I create a variable age 40, then I can say that if age is less than 18, then print can drive. So basically if your age is less than 18, then you are not allowed to drive. Basically in India it is 18. I don't know the in other countries. So this can be the example of conditional statement for if, like if the age is less than 18, then only the can drive will be printed. Otherwise it will not be printed. So if I run this command, oh, greater than equal to. If your age is greater than or equal to 18, then only you can drive. Then nothing is printed. But if my age is 20, then can drive. So this is the simple example of if. So basically what is if? If I talk about the definition, statement in if construct is executed only once when condition is true. Statement in if construct is executed only once when the condition is true. Okay. Second thing, body of if statement is initiated by indentation. So how the body, basically the print statement is the body of the if condition and it is initiated using indentation. I hope you remember indentation. So Python interprets non-zero values as true and zero as false. Okay. If I write here 1, so what gonna happen? It is printing print right. But if I write 0, nothing happens because 0 is considered as false and 1 is considered as true. Basically any non-zero is considered as true. If I write 5 here, then also we get can right because non-zero numbers are considered as true. Okay. Now next, our so if I take another example like what can be the example? If I take that's the same example. Like also if age is 13 and for voting system it also age should be greater than or equal to 18. Then print you can vote. So right now my age is less than 18. Then I can't vote. So the output is nothing. And in this, if my age is 45, then you can vote. So this is also example of if. Now if I take one more example, as ticket, I give the value of true. And is member. First take this one. Let's take the input. Okay. So if I run this command, then it will take the input. Hmm, can it be done? Yeah. So when I write true here, then we got our print statement, welcome to the event. Why? Because we have taken the input for has ticket. So if you have ticket, you write true. If you don't have ticket, then you write false. And if you got false, then you cannot enter to the event. That's why you will not get the print statement of welcome to the event. So if I write false here, still also it is giving. Let's don't take the input. Let's give it a true or false. If I give it a false, then it is not printing. But if I give it true, then it is saying welcome to the event. So you can also think of your own example and try to solve different questions by your own and try to explore many things that if this will work or not and try to find that if this is not working then why it is not working. Okay, so now let's move on to if else condition. Now if I talk about if else condition, what is if else condition? We have our if statement, then our statement that we want to execute, then we have our else condition also, then statement. Now here why we require the else statement. Else statement is required because if condition is not true, then there is another condition which become automatically executed if our if condition get false. For example, if I take our previous example, age equals to 50. If I take that example that you can drive and can, right? Then if age is greater than equal to 18, then only print you can drive, else print you cannot drive. So basically what will happen here, if my age is greater than or equal to 18, then you can drive will be printed. Else, if condition will become false, then automatically else will get executed. It do not check any condition. Else statement will not check any condition and automatically execute our print statement inside else condition for if condition get false. So if I run this command, we will get you cannot drive. Why? Because our age is less than 18, but for if condition become true, we want age greater than or equal to 18. If I give 18, so yes, here if condition is true, so you can drive will be printed. You can see another example. If I take another example like marks, let's take input and I will give it a prompt, enter marks. Now I will write here condition like if marks are greater than 75, then print distinction, else print not distinction. So what is here? We have taken marks as input and there should be integer, and we have right here a condition where marks should be greater than 75, then you will get distinction. It will print distinction. If your marks is not greater than 75, then not distinction. If I run this command and enter marks like 67, then not distinction. And if I write greater than 75 like 89, then what's happening? So yeah, here we got distinction because marks are greater than 75. Okay, so here our if else get true, then print distinction will be get printed. And if our if condition get false, then automatically else will get executed. Now if I take one more example, like if you want to buy a shirt and you have amount of you have amount of money as 1,000 or let's say 2,000 or and that shirt amount is let's take shirt amount is 1,000. So can you buy the shirt? Let's write the condition. If amount is greater than or equal to shirt amount, then only you can buy. Else, and whatever you can do, you can't buy. This can be a second condition. You cannot buy. So if your the shirt amount is 1,000 and you have 2,000, so yes, definitely you can buy that shirt because you have greater amount than the shirt amount. And if you have 1,000, then also you can buy. If you have less than 1,000, let me say 999 you have, then you cannot buy because shirt amount is 1,000, not the 99. Okay. This is the another example of if else. And one more example, which kinda you can see many times to find the leap year. Let's say we will take input for years, which will be in. We will take input, enter any year. Now we have to write the condition. Now before writing condition, one thing I tell you that to find the leap year, we have two conditions. For leap year, we have two conditions. Condition one is that the year should be divisible by 400 or second condition, year is divisible by 4, and it should not be divisible by 100. So basically here, let me say and not divisible by 100. So here we will create two conditions. First one is that year should be divisible by 400. And the second condition will be year is divisible by 4 and not divisible by 100. Here in the second condition, either year is divisible by 4 and not divisible by 100. From the second condition, there is two condition you can see, divisible by 4 and not divisible by 100. If one of the condition get false, then the whole second condition will get false. Why? Because I have used AND. I have used this AND perspective of logical operator, and here OR also. If I say that year should be divisible by 400, and I also say that year is divisible by 4, but it is not, but it is also divisible by 100. So here all condition become true. So yes, it will be a leap year. But if let's say second condition get false, but first condition get true, like it is divisible by 400, but it is not divisible by 4, and it is divisible by 100. What did I say? That it is the year is divisible by 400, but not divisible by 4, but divisible by 100. Let me just show you. It's creating a confusion little. First, we will create first condition that our year is. Then now how, what do we write it? It will show that it will be divisible by 400. Like if I give an example, if I want to check that number is divisible by 2 or not. So what will I do? Like 2, or we can say 4 modulo 2. If I print this, what will it print? It will print 0 because 4 is divisible by 2. So what will I write? Like if my year modulo 400 equals to 0. Okay. If year is divisible by 400, basically I am saying. That's why if any number is divisible by 400, then only its modulo will become 0. Now we will write here our second condition using OR. Why using OR? Let me just show you. Here modulo 4. It should also divisible by 4, but it should be not divisible by 100. Is not equal to 0. So this is our leap year condition. Here I will write print leap year, else print so here year should be divisible by 100 or year is divisible by 4 and year is not divisible by 100. So this is basically the condition of for leap year. If I enter year and year, so it is saying it is a leap year. If I tell 2008, it is happening. Why it is showing error? Invalid literal for int. So yeah, it's again it is showing leap year. If I write 2005, why it is happening? So 1999 is not a leap year. If I want to check 1998, not a leap year. If I check 2000, it is a leap year. So our program is working correctly. I don't know why it is giving error in 2005. Now here it is no error, so 2005 is not a leap year. So this is a leap year, it is a very common question. You can see now we will move towards the now if I write the definition for if else, basically it we can say that it provides two different paths of execution depending on result of condition. Okay, so basically it is providing us the two different paths, whether if or else condition, and also body of if is executed if a if condition is executed if the condition is true otherwise else will be executed. This is I have told you that if condition is get false then else will be executed. Now there is if here we are talking about only two condition. In if and else condition we can write only two condition. But what if we want multiple conditions? For that we use if, elif and else. And here if can we if will can be write for only one time, else can also be write for only one time, but elif can be written for multiple times if we have multiple conditions. Let's say take an example first, like first of all I told you before the example, if you want to check that if I give you a digit, so how can you prove that this is a digit? Like print 3 dot if I write is digit, I have to store this in a variable. Now what I have written here, print num dot is digit. Basically it is checking that is the num is a digit. So if I use what's wrong? Okay. So this function only work on strings. If I write this is a string basically. So if I say that num is a digit, then it will say true. And if I write a here, then it will give us false because a is a alpha. So for alpha, you will alphabet for you will write alpha is alpha. So now it's become true. Yes, A is an alphabet. So basically, this function is alpha and is digit works on string. In string, if you write a number, then you can find it by is digit function. And if you write a character, you will get by is alphabet. Or if you write an alphabet, then you can check it through is alpha. Similarly, we will use this function like we will take inputs. Now here we will not write int because is digit and is alpha not work on integers, it work on strings. Enter a character. Now I will write my condition if now here I will tell that I will create here. There can be three possibilities. Like I can store here in ch variable, I can store a digit like 3, or I can store a character like a, and also I can store a symbol which is not a digit or any character. So it can be phi, modulo, or dollar. Like these are not digit also and not also alphabet. So we have to create here three conditions. First condition will be ch dot is digit. Now I will write print digit. If I write now for second we don't use else because we have three condition. I will write elif. Ch dot is alpha. Now print alphabet. Now our third condition will be if I give any input any symbol, then for all symbol it will be print neither alphabet nor digit. So this is how we use our if, elif and else condition. If we have multiple conditions, then we will use elif. And we can use elif for multiple times. Like here, else is not mandatory. Here I can use elif also. Elif, but also I need to write here condition also. Like what can we write here? Like here, what we can write ch is not equal to ch dot digit and ch is not equal to ch dot, sorry, ch dot is digit and ch dot is alpha. So here I am saying that ch is not equal to digit and ch is also not equal to alpha. If I run this command, then what will, if I write 3 here, then I will get why it is saying this. So yeah, here it is saying it is digit. If I write character like D, alphabet. Now if I write here at the rate, if I again write here any character, why it is saying this? There is something wrong. If I again run this and again if I write D and this is showing some error, then you can write here else. Else whatever we write, here everything is correct, but there is something problem I think. Let me check. Where it is showing correct D for the alphabet. So this is whole thing is correct. This is a correct example of if elephant else. And if you have any question which have multiple conditions, then you have to use multiple Elif. Okay, so if I talk about the definition of Elif and else, then it is used when we have multiple conditions. When we have multiple conditions, we use if, elif, and else. And if condition of if is false, then condition for the very next elif is executed. Okay, so if our else condition get false, then the elif next to the if will be executed. And also if that condition get false, then the first elif after the elif that get false will be executed. And if all the condition is false, then else will be executed. Okay, so if all condition get false, then in last else will be executed. And I have also told you that only and if the and else block also, else block can have no can have one block, but elif can have many. So you can write if and else for one time. If will be on top and else will be on the last. And elif can be written multiple times if you have multiple conditions. So this is all about if else and if elif else conditional statements. So thank you.